He started drinking like around 16. I don't know who got him into drinking and who let him and who did not stop him, but it messed him up entirely.
Don't do drugs, alcohol, because you'll either end up dead or in jail. If I can give advice to people in the community, my advice would be do not do drugs and alcohol because there will never be a good end. We saw this little boy and his mom. His mom was giving him a bag of weed. And it's crazy how like she don't even care that he's smoking. And that's like messing up our generation for us. She was like a real bad drinker, and she would just like drink, and then one day she got in like a really bad accident.
He spends his day just drinking his life away.
About 3 weeks ago, I got a call and saying that my dad was in the hospital, and nobody really knew why. And he was out to eat for his birthday, and he had passed out, so they rushed him to the hospital. And on the way to the hospital, he was throwing up blood or whatever. And coming to find out that he had ulcers in his stomach, and they said that came from drinking a whole bunch of alcohol when he was younger. So they had to pump blood into his body because he was losing a whole bunch of blood. Well, me and my mom was walking to my grandma's house. As we was walking, we saw this alcoholic, and they called him. So my mom, he was just yelling all in the streets, asking people for money. He was just yelling like he's crazy, liquor in his hand, everything, wear the same clothes back like every day. And my mom was like, Keenan, you don't want to be like that.
I try and teach my nieces and my little cousins like the right way to go and what to avoid, because I'm not that much older than them, but I've been through a little bit more than them. So I was taking my niece to McDonald's or whatever, and you see near McDonald's there's a shopping center, and on this shopping center's corner is a whole bunch of drunks and crackheads and whatever just sitting there acting crazy. And one of them tried to come up and ask me or whatever for money or whatever. I usually just give him $1, but because I was with my niece, I was more protective of her. And he tried to follow us into the McDonald's, and I'm like, listen, like, it got too close for comfort. So when we finally got away from her and we got into McDonald's, she's asking me all these questions like, what's wrong with him? Like, remember all the things I told you? Remember the drugs and the alcohol and all that? That's what happens when you use it.
And they didn't know if he was gonna make it or not. So then that's when, in the middle while they was pumping more blood, like the bag of blood was going into his body, he had to go into emergency surgery because more blood was still flowing out. So after he got done surgery, the surgery was successful, and then I was talking to him. He was just telling me like, don't drink alcohol and all that, because look at where it got him. And he started drinking alcohol at a young age. And don't hang out with the wrong people, because it can head you down the wrong road, and you can do better in life, and it's not the right road to go down, because you don't want to end up in the hospital fighting for your life. Because when he was like younger, somebody slipped something in his drink. Ever since then, he just been on liquor and beer. And I said, so what's like, he can't get better? She like, no, because he wants you to try. And she like, you need to go down the right path, which is like go to school, go to high school, go to college, and then you'll be fine. Don't go down the road path where you could just drink, and then like don't get nowhere in life.
It ruins your mind. It takes you to places you don't want to go. And that's where you can end up. Asking for money, not being productive, just a waste of space, walking around like a zombie because you don't have anything else to do and you really don't want anything for yourself. So I asked her, do you want something for yourself? She's like, yeah. She's too young to know what she wants, but she knows that she wants something for herself. So I told her, if you want something for yourself, stay away from those type of people. Don't even surround yourself don't surround yourself by people who do that sort of thing, because it's only a matter of time before you end up doing the same thing. The advice I would give the community about drugs and alcohol is nothing good ever comes from those type of things. You either end up sick, dead, or lost.